2016 was an extremely noteworthy year for gaming on all accounts. Rocket League shot us into the sky with intense battles and booster-equipped cars. Stardew Valley won the hearts of millions with its relaxing gameplay and lovable art style, and Resident Evil returned with its 6th installation. However, few games rose to prominence quite like the fantasy multiplayer first-person shooter by Blizzard Entertainment, Overwatch. Two 6-player teams face off across a handful of maps utilizing an expanding roster of playable characters, or heroes. Today, we're going to be diving into Overwatch's rise, fall, and resurgence, from its announcement to its sequel's announcement. It's 2013. Blizzard Entertainment's public profile has taken a massive hit following the news that Titan, their planned massively multiplayer online role-playing game, would be cancelled after 7 years of development. Titan's team was promptly dissolved, but 40 members or so were tasked with brainstorming a new game concept in a few months. Helmed by director Jeff Kaplan, the small group pondered a hero team-based first-person shooter akin to Team Fortress 2 and multiplayer online battle arenas such as League of Legends. After gathering and repurposing some assets from Titan's development, the team was greenlit to develop Blizzard's first new intellectual property in over a decade. On November 7, 2014, at Blizzard's annual BlizzCon convention, the world watched in awe as Overwatch was announced with a cinematic trailer, a closed beta release date of late 2015, and a playable demo available for everyone there. Blizzard showed off a handful of characters, the game modes available, and the general mechanics present, and quickly began to make headlines. The closed beta furthered this progress, but much of Overwatch's initial success came during the open beta in early 2016. A stunning 9.7 million players signed up and entered Blizzard's newest world, truly launching the game into the stratosphere, with glowing reviews praising the originality, art style, characters, and more. And since Overwatch's full release on May 24, 2016, the game's community had grown to over 50 million players and raised over $1 billion in revenue for Blizzard, and for years, it seemed like the momentum wouldn't stop. An iconic, expressive, and lore-rich first-person shooter had taken center stage across the casual and professional gaming scene. But as is with many video games that achieve massive success, massive criticism follows. Overwatch's decline has been gradual, grueling, and attributed to many factors. It arguably began with the share of controversies that plagued the game in 2017 and 2018. Complaints about the over-sexualization of the female heroes were immediate and gripping, leading Blizzard to work towards a more diverse and progressive view of their cast. Another major factor came in the way of cheating, particularly through hacks that weren't immediately addressed. And to tie it all together, due to the teamwork-centric nature of the game, many players noticed that the community was becoming extremely toxic over increased competitiveness and a lack of synergy, as well as human nature. And that's where it stood for a while. Overwatch's player count slowly continued to bleed as fatigue piled on top of the issues gripping the game's community. And for 2018 and much of 2019, news about the game went under the radar. That was, until Blizzard decided they wanted this game to make a comeback, and they're well on their way. On November 1st, 2019, 5 BlizzCons after Overwatch was originally announced, Blizzard unveiled Overwatch 2, a standalone yet closely connected sequel game. And much like in 2014, this reveal sparked massive questions with massive positivity. Overwatch 2 promises to maintain a shared player environment with the original, so players can compete and cooperate across the two games. It also aims to bring a massive visual overhaul, new designs and abilities for the heroes, and an array of new game modes and maps. A central focus in their presentation was on the new player versus environment, or PvE mode, which will take advantage of the sequel's improved engine and larger maps. And just like that, Overwatch was back. 2019 was capped off with the promise of a sequel to an intensely beloved shooter, and Blizzard was ready to take off with yet another massive hit. And even though Overwatch 2 is not expected to release in 2021, the original's vast development period has fans coming to terms with having to wait. But Overwatch 2 is only half the story of the franchise's resurgence. For the other half, we have to take a look at the single biggest reason Overwatch has continued mainstream news coverage: the esports scene. Even the most casual gamer knows about the massive empire this game has in professional gaming, from the endless tournaments held at every level to the Blizzard-sponsored Overwatch League. Few games even begin to approach the amount of enthusiasm, viewership, and fundraising achieved by Blizzard's baby. And due to an unexpectedly media-heavy year in 2020, professional Overwatch was one of the many areas that saw a stark incline in attention, perhaps only rivaled by League of Legends in esports. However, unlike the complex multiplayer online battle arena, Overwatch's format is easy to follow, recognizable as one of gaming's most popular genres, first-person shooters, and unbelievably competitive. Even though that has proven to be one of the game's downfalls, with the aforementioned toxicity, it's also a huge magnet for viewership. Combine all of these factors, and it's no surprise how this game captured the eyes of millions upon millions of gamers and non-gamers alike. Overwatch is a thrilling game, with an equally thrilling and evolving situation following it over the years. From 2016's Game of the Year to a controversial and somewhat forgotten title, and all the way back to the franchise to watch for the new decade. And if the first 5 years since launch are any indication, the gaming community is in for another crazy 5 coming up, especially given the momentum the sequel's announcement has generated, because if anything is consistent in gaming, it's Overwatch's habit of breaking the mold and shocking the world. So, what do you think? Is Overwatch destined to continue its rebound, or will the sequel and esports scene fall flat? Leave a comment and let us know, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on all of our new releases. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.